Hey guys, this is Mahogany Jones, Forex currency trader. I'm going to be marking up some charts today. We're looking at charts from October the 14th through October the 19th. This is just a weekly overview and what I do once a week to see what's going to happen the upcoming week. I suggest all traders do it. I get this from one of my mentors. She actually was taunting all of us in our room saying that she marked up 25 charts yesterday. So I got to keep up with her. But again, this video is just marking up some charts that I'm in and also to see how it's going to flow this week. As you guys know, pound pairs just skyrocketed up in the roof. It went crazy. We would say it's going to sell, but it pulled back up. It reminded me of the mantra, it doesn't drop until it actually drops. Do not believe it will drop until it actually drops. And today I had to, or this past week, I had to have a lesson in it doesn't drop until it drops. I just want to say a few things. Traders, this is for people who are doctors in trading. That means that you are looking forward to the future to become doctors of traders. We all need uplifting. And once we are uplifted, we become profitable. So this is part of my uplifting for people that I know. So again, my name is Mahogany Jones. You can go to my website, tradewithmahogany.online for any more information, but let's get started. So I'm going to share my screen of my chart. And I have right now Euro USD, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to all my other charts. Let's see here. And I am going to pick a different chart because I want to do GCAD. I want to do GU, and I want to do Euro odd. I don't know if anybody is in those particular trades, but we have been waiting for them to drop for a very long time. And as we are waiting for those pairs to drop, they have done something very different. If you see what's on my screen, those are called pivots. You can always go to my website, tradewithmahogany.online, to talk to me or send me an email if you want to learn how to do that. I have another mentor who taught me how to do that, and I actually made 400 pips in about 4 weeks of testing out this strategy. So not 400 pips over 4 weeks, but by 4 weeks, I was averaging 400 pips. I actually use that to do my confirmations. I trade naked. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at a clean naked chart. And on this clean naked chart, I'm going to draw trend lines, support and resistance. And I'm also going to draw some zones. As you see here, I have my GBPAUD up already because that's what I'm focused on. And you see, I have here what I just said, trend lines, and I have zones. I didn't do support and resistance lines here because I'm learning. I say I'm trying, but I am learning to hold trades longer. We go for 20, 40, 50 pips, and you're like, yay. But I am looking forward to 400 pips, 500 pips to catch. So that means fewer trades, more pips. My mentor, she just caught 400 pips last week for the first time. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago for the first time ever. And that is my goal. I did last week, the week before, 130 something pips in like less than 4 or 5 hours. So what's getting me there is actually marking the charts up like you see here. So I am going to show you, I'm going to get another one. And I'm going to do GBPAUD again because this is probably from a week and a half ago to 2 weeks ago. I remarked this up. But to practice, as should you, marking up charts, we always want to do a fresh one. Look at your old ones, but keep marking it up. So I have my own little thing going on, my own little fancy colors. Once you become a trader, there is no red, green. You know what an up candle looks like. You know what a down candle looks like. And I have put them to my own colors. Just to help you guys out, if you don't know, I am using turquoise and salmon. So my salmon are my sell candles, and my turquoise is my buy candles. So I'm going to start at monthly. Trading with time frames is like a book. Monthly is me reading the back cover. And the back cover of this book says that currently pound odd is in an uptrend. That's been since October of last year. So for the last year, this trade has been in an uptrend. I could do my yellow, and I'm looking here. And since then, or June 2015, here is my top triangle. So I have a little triangle going on here. And then I'm going to go to my weekly. Again, this is for people who already know about trading, you know about trend lines. If not, please Google how to do trend lines or email me, tradewithmahogany.online, and send me an email. I can help you do some trend lines. So now I'm at my week one. I'm looking here and I still see things fitting. I would move this here. I would leave that there. If I wanted to do this, I can do this to see how it bounced off. I have some bouncing off here and some things here. But I'm just going to leave it here because I really am interested in knowing more detail when I get in the lower time frame. But for the week, we can see it kept the same trend of going in the uptrend. Day one. Make this a little bit smaller. As you can see, we're having more detail. We're having it go up. We're having it go down. Another thing that people can do, and what I sometimes do, is I also create this here. This is just creating an actual channel. Not everybody likes to do channels, but just if I wanted more information, this right here would let me know that it may go up a little bit more. Once it gets to this cross section, it's going to continue down. It may go above this yellow trend line here and meet this top trend line, but it's definitely going to come down, if not already come down. If it goes back up, just looking from the D1, it's going to probably go up another 300 pips. I don't want that, but it possibly could, right? Something I heard from one of my mentors. She said to me that you're not marking up charts to see where the market is going to go. You're marking up the charts to see where the market won't go. And I was like, what? But when you sit on it, it rings true. So we know that as we mark this up, it should not be going any higher than this particular trend line. And if it does, more than likely, we're looking at a reversal. So going to our H4. Now, this is where I really like to start to do my meat at. I like to get into details right here. So I can see from the bottom, going to the top, that I have this right here going on. Now, people don't like, they like to go from tip to tip. They like to go this way because they said they're going to catch all their pips. For me, I like to make sure that I'm getting everything. So I would actually probably do something like this. If I go and look here, I see how the trend respected this line. This line is continuously being respected, whether if it's to the top or the bottom side. As you can see here, if I were to zoom in some more, we actually have it being respected, and wicks are the only crossing. I would look at these two and probably want to bring it down a little bit more because I want to make sure that I'm not crossing any bodies with this. So I'll probably just bring this down just a tad bit more, just to not cross any bodies, to get everything. And that probably is a better place right there. This is going to be different for everybody. It's whatever your eye sees, right? So I'm here and it's keeping it to the upside. As it crosses, it's crossing more so at the top of the body. We have here, I love this right here. If we go in a little bit more, this crossing right here is at the tip of the body. Right here, we have this little doji day candle. Yeah, and this right here is a breakout. This big, strong candle, it breaks through my line, but it's the breakout. And it keeps going to the upside. And then we got over here, and see how it's being supported over here. So this is a line that I really like from my H4. Now, with my H4, I'm going to look at structure. Already, I'm seeing something right there. This is just where market is continuously reacting. I see it responding right there. And then if I go back a little bit, I see this right here. but I'm not going to do that one because it obviously broke above that and it's still moving around. But I could do this. Why? Prior price action in the past. We have what's going on here. We have something right here. But that's just something for me to note and have in my mind. So I'm going to draw some zones. Okay. I'm going to zoom in to draw these zones because, again, I'm on my H4 and I love doing this on my H4. I'm going to leave it like that because I can see everything. And it's not too high and it's not too low. My H4 is right in the middle. It allows for me to get more than 20 to 50 pips at one time. I can, on my H4, draw my my structure lines and my fibs, and I can also draw my zones and be able to get like 100 or so pips, 200 pips in this drawing. So what I want to do there is actually a zone, and I have one right here. I want to go down to this one, and I'm going to bring this down some more. And this, you don't want to make these too fat or too big. You just want to make it enough to where you actually see it. I want to bring it in the future some more because I want to definitely see this bounce off of that. I actually want to see this fall down past this, and then when it retests it, I know it's going to continue down, hopefully, and break this particular line. Yeah, and actually, as I'm looking at my H4, it looks like it may hit this top structure line and bounce up, and then have to come back down to do a retest. So it looks like pound odd for this week may not make his way down this week because it could get caught up in here, which is okay. I'm good with that because I see it coming. But I really wanted to break through. I really wanted to do this thing right here, right? So one thing I love about fibs is when you put the fibs on it, you can see where your structure is at. And I love when my structure from my fibs match up with my zone. Let's see. So I'm going to take it from the bottom to the top. And I'm not there exactly, but my 23.6 is almost there by my zone. I'm almost at my 50 here. So I'm in a ballpark right area, not exactly on it, but in the ballpark area. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing, okay, if this falls down, again, it'll bounce off this area and then probably come down to the 50. We all want it to come down to 61, right? Because when you do fib, 61.8 is the sweet spot. So typically they say that it's going to fall all the way back down to the 61. Some people say the 50 to go halfway to be conservative. But for me, I like to kind of catch it per each one. Take profit at 23, 38, 50, 68. I got that from my my mentor. It is so important to have a mentor when trading. And the mentor is not the person that you can actually interact with. It's somebody who that you can get on a Zoom with them, even if it's in a group setting and you watch them mark charts. Somebody that you can ask questions from. And I just say that because no matter how much you watch people, it's when you get to interact in a group setting that really, really works. I mean, if you get to do a one-on-one like I do with my students, that helps as well. I have one person that I'm doing with, and I just love seeing their growth. They have grown so much in our short time together. So as we look at here, we're looking at this, and I'm going to go in some more on my H1. I'm going to just do this little line. People hate that I do all so many lines, but I feel like whatever I need to see, and then I can take them off. So I'm going to do that. I like to take my 1 hour line and make it a little bit different, make it high yellow. I'm sorry, make it like the little dotted line thingy so I know what I'm looking at, that this is my 1 hour. And my fibs come off, really. I don't keep my fibs on. I just put them on when I'm actually looking at the market because this could easily turn. It can go up and I have to move my fib up some more. Hopefully it's at its highest for right now. If I were to look back on my H4, I mean, it's gone past March, definitely. Go to my D1. I mean, this is the highest been since, April, May May of 2016. But that was, look at that big drop. Look at what happened there. Something happened in the market there. And I am honestly feeling that right now there's the political climate with Brexit, and that's affecting the market. And that could happen possibly this time around. It could shoot up, but I'm hoping this is a place where it fell in the past and was this high, so it'll repeat that pattern again. So anyway, I'm going to H1, and I am going to take my trend line at the top and go down. I'm going to go in some more to see if I got everything. I did. I have this respecting it with the wicks. The respect is here again with this wick. So what I'm looking at is it's getting cornered. It's coming to a triangle. So I think that it will bounce off of this line, go up, and this will determine what's going to happen. Market could open and it goes up this way. And when it goes up, it's going to hit that line. So when it hits that line, for me, I feel like in the future, the current future, on the 1 hour, it can now do this bounce off and do here. As you know, if it does do that bounce off, when I'm taking all the rest of the bets off the table, it's going to bounce up here, and then it's going to fall down again. That's what I'm hoping to see. I really want to see that. But again, as you know, you do not control the market. You're a doctor of trading. You do not control the market. You look at what you do know, you make a map, and you follow what the market tells you. When you operate in a body, you have to operate according to what you know about the organs, what you know about the person's health. And so we have to operate or mark up and be ready for different possibilities. Now, what if it breaks this line to complete its high? Because it's made a higher high here. It hasn't done the whole lower low to break anything yet. It would be nice if it were to break this. This right here, if it broke this, I'd be really happy. But again, that would be nice. This could continue to go up. And then it can come like this. Really though, what I see, if this is right here, it'll probably go up to here and people will see this movement, right? So when it comes to this, there's two possibilities. It could break this and it could keep on going up, or it could break this, and once it breaks it, play down below and keep going down. I'm telling you, I hope it's this one, but hope is not what drives the market. People do, politics do, and that's what we have to look at. So right now, Brexit could continue to take it higher. This is supposed to have dropped such a long time ago. Look at all this. This right here, we were thinking that it was going to drop over here. Then when it started, it made this big drop. Over 400 pips, 475 pips, and made this big old drop. So we all thought we were in the money, and we got ready, and what did it do? It consolidated, it retested this area right here, and then we thought it was going to fall back down. But again, it doesn't drop until it drops, right? But here, highlighting something. When you draw your structured lines, I didn't draw this structured line because of this. I drew the structured line because of what was happening in the past on my H4. So as a person in the market, I would have known to get out here or to start closing out some of my lot sizes. And as it starts to pull back up, go ahead and completely get out. That's why I think that when you chart these things up and you do your lines, when you see things, it not only helps you with your entries, but your exits. So again, my name is Mahogany Jones. This is just Pound Odd for the week of October the 14th through October the 19th. If you have any questions, please just send me an email on tradewithmahogany.online. I have plenty of information on my site. If you have any questions, again, just hit me up, or you can follow me on Facebook. And if you ask questions, I'll try my best to answer them. And if I don't know them, then we'll find out together. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.